Is it the towering pyramids or the legendary Sphinx? Sure, those are wonders in their own right. But what if I told you that Egypt holds even more secrets waiting to be discovered? Places hidden from the typical tourist trail. Imagine wandering through ancient streets, uncovering forgotten temples, and experiencing local life that most visitors never get to see. By the time you finish this video, you'll be armed with everything you need to explore Egypt like a local, with hidden gems that will leave you in awe. Stick around until the very end, because we've saved the best for last. A hidden treasure so rare that even many Egyptians haven't heard of it. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Exploring Cairo's hidden corners. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the famous pyramids and bustling streets of Cairo? Sure, the grandeur of the Great Pyramid of Giza is breathtaking, but there's so much more to this ancient city waiting to be discovered. In fact, some of Cairo's most fascinating sights are hidden in plain view, tucked away from the typical tourist routes. By the end of this video, you'll not only have a fresh perspective on Egypt's capital, but you'll also uncover some incredible secrets that most visitors miss. Let's start with something unexpected. Did you know there's a neighborhood where the dead and the living coexist? The City of the Dead, or El Kharafa, isn't your typical cemetery. It's a sprawling necropolis where families have lived among the tombs for centuries. Walking through these narrow streets, you'll find children playing, markets buzzing, and an incredible sense of community. It's a glimpse into a side of Cairo life that's rarely seen, a place steeped in history but very much alive today. The locals here have stories that go back generations, and many of them have taken on the role of unofficial guardians of this unique part of the city. Next, let's venture to El Darb al-Amar, a district that's home to some of Cairo's oldest and most beautiful Islamic architecture. This area is a hidden gem, often overshadowed by the grandeur of the city's larger mosques and monuments. But here, you'll discover intricately designed buildings, local workshops, and artisans who have perfected their craft over centuries. This is where you can watch master craftsmen create everything from traditional tiles to exquisite textiles. It's a place where the past and present seamlessly blend, offering a rich, authentic Egyptian experience. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you'll discover an even more surprising find. A Cairo landmark that very few people, even locals, know about. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Off the beaten path in Luxor. Now, when most people think of Luxor, they picture the majestic Valley of the Kings or the sprawling Karnak Temple, but there's so much more to uncover if you dig a little deeper. Beyond the grandeur of these famous sites lies a quieter, less visited side of Luxor that holds its own unique charm and untold stories. Are you ready to discover what most tourists miss? Let's take a journey to Medinet Habu, a hidden gem of a temple complex that often gets overshadowed by its more famous neighbors. While the Valley of the Kings draws the crowds, Medinet Habu offers a peaceful, almost intimate experience where you can explore stunning hieroglyphics and intricately carved stonework without the usual tourist throngs. It's one of the best preserved temples in Egypt, with colorful murals that tell tales of ancient battles and rituals. Walk in through its halls, you can almost hear the echoes of the past, as if the walls themselves are whispering stories long forgotten. But Luxor's hidden wonders don't stop there. A short distance away lies Deir el Medina, an ancient village where the artisans who worked on the tombs of the pharaohs once lived. What makes this site special isn't just its history, but the personal stories of the people who called it home. These craftsmen weren't just workers, they were artists, leaving behind some of the most exquisite paintings and carvings found anywhere in Egypt. Exploring this village feels like stepping into a time capsule, where you get to see firsthand how everyday life in ancient Egypt unfolded, far from the splendor of the royal courts. Stay tuned, because in the next section, we'll drift along the Nile and uncover secrets that few ever experience. A journey into Egypt's heart and soul. Hidden treasures along the Nile. As we move south along the Nile, let's leave behind the traditional cruises and venture into the lesser-known villages that dot the riverbanks. The Nile isn't just a waterway, it's a lifeline, and along its shores lie some of Egypt's most authentic and undiscovered treasures. If you're someone who craves off-the-beaten-path adventures, then this part of the journey is for you. One of the most enchanting places you'll find is the island of Elephantine near Aswan. While many tourists pass by this island on their way to more famous sites, those who take the time to explore it are rewarded with a rich tapestry of history and culture. The island was once a bustling trading hub, and today it's home to Nubian villages where life has remained largely unchanged for centuries. Walking through the narrow streets, you'll be greeted by the vibrant colors of Nubian homes and the warm hospitality of the locals. It's a place where the Nile's slow pace of life pulls you in, inviting you to pause and experience the world in a way that feels both timeless and deeply personal. Further along the river, small, unassuming towns like Esna offer a glimpse into rural Egyptian life. This town is famous for its local markets and the Temple of Khnum, a stunning, well-preserved structure often overlooked by the crowds. Esna gives you the chance to slow down and enjoy a side of Egypt that's deeply connected to the land and its people, a far cry from the hustle and bustle of tourist hotspots. And just when you think you've seen it all, we'll reveal a secret spot at the very end of this video that most travelers never get to experience, a hidden gem along the Nile that feels like stepping back in time. Secrets of the Western Desert. Leaving behind the fertile Nile Valley, it's time to head west into one of Egypt's most remote and mystical landscapes, the Western Desert. While tourists often flock to Egypt's coastline or ancient ruins, few venture into the vast, quiet expanses of the desert. Yet it's here that you'll find some of the country's most breathtaking and untouched wonders. One of the most magical places in this region is the White Desert, a surreal landscape that looks like something out of a dream. Imagine towering white rock formations sculpted by the wind, rising up from the golden sands like alien statues. The shapes are strange and otherworldly, and as the sun sets, they glow in shades of pink and orange, creating an atmosphere that's truly unforgettable. It's a place of silence and solitude, where the vastness of the desert makes you feel like you're the only person on Earth. For those who crave adventure, camping under the stars in the White Desert is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget. But the Western Desert isn't just about strange landscapes. The Siwa oasis, located far off the beaten path, is a hidden paradise waiting to be explored. This lush oasis has been home to the Siwan people for centuries, and it's steeped in ancient history and tradition. Siwa is known for its hot springs, date palms, and the ruins of the Oracle Temple, where Alexander the Great is said to have received a prophecy. Despite its historical significance, Siwa remains a quiet and peaceful place, far from the crowds of Egypt's more famous destinations. Here, you can immerse yourself in the local culture, enjoy the natural beauty of the desert, and explore ancient ruins that few travelers ever see. If you're still with us, keep watching, because we've saved something truly special for the end, an ancient secret hidden deep in the desert that very few people know about. Alexandria, the ancient port city's lesser-known spots. Our journey now takes us north to Egypt's Mediterranean coast and the ancient city of Alexandria. Known for its iconic lighthouse and library, Alexandria was once the jewel of the ancient world. Today, it's a bustling port city, but beyond its well-known landmarks, Alexandria has a treasure trove of hidden gems that are just waiting to be uncovered. One of the city's best-kept secrets is the Montaza Gardens, a sprawling palace and park that feels like a tranquil escape from the urban chaos. While most visitors head straight to the beaches, those who take the time to wander through these lush gardens are rewarded with stunning views of the Mediterranean and the chance to explore the hidden corners of the Montaza Palace, a royal residence that few people even know exists. It's the perfect spot to relax, enjoy the sea breeze, and soak up the history of Alexandria in peace. But Alexandria's hidden treasures aren't just above ground. Beneath the city lies a network of ancient catacombs that tell a story of Egypt's fascinating blend of cultures. The catacombs of Qam el-Shokafa are an underground wonder, an eerie but mesmerizing place where Egyptian, Greek, and Roman influences come together in a unique fusion of architecture and art. As you descend into the labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, you'll find carvings and statues that reflect this melting pot of civilizations, making it a must-see for history enthusiasts. To top it all off, Alexandria's lesser-known seafood markets offer a truly authentic taste of the Mediterranean. Fresh fish, caught daily by local fishermen, are sold and served in small family-run restaurants that most tourists never find. For those willing to wander off the beaten path, these hidden spots offer a true culinary adventure, with dishes bursting with flavor and history. And as promised, stay tuned until the very end for a final, exclusive gem that only a handful of travelers have ever had the chance to discover. As we wrap up this incredible journey through Egypt's hidden wonders, it's clear that this country has so much more to offer than its iconic landmarks. From the lively streets of Cairo to the quiet oases of the Western Desert, Egypt is a land rich in history, culture, and natural beauty that stretches far beyond what meets the eye. Whether you're wandering through ancient temples in Luxor, sailing down the Nile to remote villages, or discovering the untouched landscapes of the desert, there's an adventure waiting for every type of traveler. But the best part? These lesser-known destinations give you a chance to experience Egypt like a local, away from the crowds, where the heart of the country truly beats. The hidden gems we've uncovered in this video offer not only unique sights, but also deep personal connections to Egypt's past and present. It's the kind of travel experience that leaves a lasting impression, one that invites you to slow down, look closer, and appreciate the beauty in places others often overlook. So, if you're ready for an unforgettable adventure and want to explore Egypt in a way few have, now's the time to start planning. Whether it's wandering through the quiet corners of Cairo, floating down the Nile to villages untouched by time, or standing in awe of the white desert's natural sculptures, Egypt's secrets are waiting for you. And as promised, here's a final tip. There's a hidden, centuries-old temple tucked away in the Western Desert, rarely visited by tourists. This temple, dedicated to the ancient god Amun, is buried deep within a remote mountain range, known only to a few locals. It's a place where history meets mystery, and it's the perfect final stop for those daring enough to seek it out. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden wonders, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible travel content. Egypt's treasures are endless, and who knows where we'll go next.